Most rich people aren't flashy. The loud ones usually aren't the wealthy ones. You see them on social media flaunting rented jets and borrowed jewelry, but that is not where the real money lives. This video is not hustle porn. This is not another motivational speech telling you to wake up at 4 in the morning to grind until your eyes bleed. We are not here to talk about buying a Lamborghini or wearing designer logos from head to toe. Every habit we are about to discuss looks incredibly boring from the outside until you realize these quiet behaviors are the exact reason why money keeps finding them while it flees from everyone else. And pay close attention, because number 7 is the one that silently separates people forever, determining who stays in the rat race and who exits it for good. This perspective isn't based on social media trends or what influencers want you to believe. It comes from observing the quiet patterns of wealthy families, seasoned business owners, and long-term investors who have mastered the art of building wealth. When I say rich, I'm not talking about people who have a high salary, but are one paycheck away from disaster. I'm talking about people who are cash flow positive, time rich, and operating with low stress. These are the people whose assets pay for their lives. By the end of this script, you will see exactly why true money grows quietly and why the loudest person in the room is often the one with the shallowest pockets. Quiet thing. Number 1, they optimize their time before their money. There is a common myth that you need to track every single penny to get rich. While basic budgeting is helpful, the truly wealthy focus on a different currency. Poor people often track their expenses obsessively while letting their hours slip away into nothingness. The rich do the opposite. They design their days first. To them, a calendar is not just a schedule, it is the ultimate wealth building tool. They don't operate off a chaotic to-do list that grows longer every day. Instead, they use strict time blocks. They know that if they don't control their time, someone else will buy it from them for a fraction of its worth. You can't save your way into freedom, but you can certainly design your way there by prioritizing high-value activities over low-value chores. This leads directly to what they don't buy, which brings us to our next point. Quiet thing number 2, they buy back their time silently. This is a practical but often uncomfortable truth for those struggling to build wealth. While the average person spends their weekends doing chores to save $50, the wealthy person pays someone else to do those chores so they can spend that time thinking, resting, or working on a high-leverage project. They are constantly outsourcing boring, repetitive tasks. They are paying for speed, not for luxury. If a toll road saves 20 minutes, they pay the fee. If a direct flight costs more but prevents a layover, they book it. The poor mindset buys status symbols to look important, but the rich mindset buys relief. They want to remove every ounce of friction from their daily lives. Wealth, in its purest form, is simply paying to remove friction. This allows them to maintain a level of mental clarity that most people lose in the daily grind, which is why they are strangely calm about money. Quiet thing number 3, they stay emotionally boring with money. Most people have an emotional relationship with their bank account. When the market goes up, they feel like geniuses and spend impulsively. When the market dips or an unexpected bill arrives, they spiral into a panic. The rich treat money as a utility, not an identity. They remain emotionally boring. They rely on systems rather than feelings. They have preset rules for spending and investing that don't change just because they had a bad day or a great week. Whether they just closed $1 million deal or lost a significant investment, their outward demeanor remains remarkably flat. They don't get high on the wins and they don't get crushed by the losses. That boredom is their greatest strength because it allows them to do something most people simply cannot handle. Quiet thing. Number 4, they think in decades, not paychecks. The timeline of your thinking determines the size of your bank account. The poor are often forced to think about the next month or the next bill, which keeps them trapped in a cycle of urgency. The rich are quietly thinking about the next 10 to 20 years. This long-term horizon changes every decision they make. They understand delayed gratification at a cellular level. They are willing to look unsuccessful for years while they build an asset that will eventually pay them forever. While others are chasing the latest crypto trend or get-rich-quick scheme, the wealthy are making slow, compounding decisions. They know that wealth is built in silence while others are busy chasing urgency. This shift in timeline changes how they spend their money more than their actual income level ever will. Quiet thing number 5, they keep their lifestyle flat on purpose. This is where lifestyle inflation destroys most people's chances of achieving financial freedom. The standard mindset is, I got a raise, so now I can afford a better car. The rich mindset is, I got a raise, so now I can widen the gap between what I earn and what I spend. They keep their lifestyle flat even as their income skyrockets. They might drive the same car for 10 years or live in the same house long after they could afford a mansion. They aren't doing this to be cheap, they are doing it to stay free. The gap between your income and your expenses is the only place where true freedom lives. If your expenses rise alongside your earnings, you are just a more expensive slave to your job. But the most dangerous habit isn't just about spending, it's about why people spend in the first place. Silent thing number 6, they avoid looking rich. Status signaling is one of the most costly behaviors. Poor people spend money they don't have on unnecessary items to impress people they don't like. Rich people blend in. They choose modest timepieces without branding and high-quality, unassuming outfits. More importantly, avoiding the status game gives them safety and leverage. When no one knows your income, they can't use it against you. It lets them walk away from deals or travel without a target. Their absence of ego allows them to do something unique in a multitasking environment. The 7th quiet thing, they build one skill that pays forever. This separator is quiet. Most individuals try 5-side gigs or leap from trend to trend, but the wealthy focus on one high leverage ability. They know money follows leverage, not effort. They master one skill until they can do it better than anybody else, whether it's sales, investing, system building, or deal making. Instead than looking for new ways to make money every year, they apply their primary ability to bigger and better chances. This compounding skill worth means individuals labor less but earn more as they age. Trading skills for equity, not hours for dollars. Mastery leads to the quietest move. The 8th quiet thing is that they consider life to be more important than money. A common question that people ask is, how can I increase my income? They question themselves, what kind of life do I want and how much does it cost me to have that? Freedom, calm, and control are the things that they value most. Instead of a large job that requires them to be stressed out for 60 hours, they want a system that can support their lifestyle. They do not seek wealth, but rather use it. They do not consider it a successful endeavor if the money does not allow them to have breakfast with their family or read in the afternoon. The ability to say no to tasks that are not desired is what they consider to be of rich status. When compared to what is depicted in movies, the path to riches is often more peaceful and steady. The noisy path is crowded with people who are trying to demonstrate their worth by material possessions, which wears them out. Self-validation and discipline are two things that the majority of people lack, which is why the silent way is empty. Due to the fact that it is accurate, this video was probably either unsettling or overly simplistic. The quietness that you are able to afford is the mark of wealth, not the noise that you make. There are 8 quiet habits that can help you differentiate between where you are and where you want to be. Time is prioritized over status, procedures are prioritized over feelings, and decades are prioritized over days. Which silent behavior has the most impact on you? How do you manage your time, or do you use it to signal your status? Please leave a comment down below. This channel is reserved for those who build wealth in a peaceful manner. Click here to receive additional financial clarification. Watch this video to learn why giving the impression of being wealthy is the quickest way to remain impoverished.